So here we are at September call-ups, obviously. And as you can see, that is our big lineup there of people to potentially be called up. The only problem is I would really like to bring up Ryan Beach or Lou Richardson, but I don't know if it's going to be viable right now. I mean, I feel like we could possibly use them in the playoffs, but I feel like maybe if we weren't in a position to push for playoffs, I would call one of them up. You got Kevin Parada, who I'm strongly considering bringing up for September and sending Shane McGuire back down. And then Richie Guzman. Obviously, I got to bring him up. We saw him last episode. I mean, he was absolutely killing it at the plate. I definitely think we can utilize that. So I really want to bring up Richie. Bo Huff, I don't think I'm going to bring up. That's just kind of our main five right there. But first things first, let's get into this. So Richie Guzman, I mean, killing it at the triple A level. I mean, hitting 332. Definitely calling him up. He's getting his call up right now. Then the other guy that we're definitely bringing up is Vincent Koo. They just bring an incredible amount of offense, and I definitely want to give both of them their shot, so we're going to go ahead and call both of them up. Another big move I'm going to make right here is, Prelander just did not have a good year for us, and we are in September, and he's going to get sent down, and that's going to open the way for Brian Ferrer here to come up, so he's going to be moving into our bullpen. And then the last move we're going to make for September, I think right now is, Shane McGuire fell off. Solid rookie year, but I think it's time for him to move back down to AAA, and we're going to bring Kevin Parada up. And that's where we are in terms of September call-ups. We'll get into some stats real quick. Dave Prado doing really well. Luis Reyes is still doing good. We don't really have anybody to rotate out at first base, but we do now with Richie Guzman, so he's probably going to see some action at first base. We're going to definitely get a good look at Guzman and Vincent Koo in this episode. Maybe what we showcase first. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of want to do critical situations, but both of them definitely deserve their rookie debuts. Don't know when it's going to happen yet, though. Brent Rooker still, the average is a little low, but he's absolutely killing it in terms of home runs. Bregman doing a lot better. His average just continues to go up. And given some struggles we're going to go over here in a minute, might be making a move there to kind of put him in a different spot, and so that we can try to get somebody else into some situations. Matt Shaw definitely woke up after the beginning, so he's been on the up and up since then. Ethan Salas is kind of middled out at a 243, which is nothing to, frown at. Very pleased with the production we're getting out of him. Brandon Montgomery, really good defensively. His average is, he started out great, then it dipped real bad, and now he's back to a 218, but he is hitting better here later in the season. Hopefully he can kind of keep that going. Tyler Neal playing out in left field for us, doing well. He only hits this far back because he's more dominant against lefties, so in our left-handed rotation, he does hit higher up in the order. And then the biggest disappointment of the year would be Colson Montgomery, who is he's not doing well. And I really am playing with the idea of benching him and putting Bregman at shortstop. The only problem is who's going to play second base. We've got Jawan Bay, who also not doing great at the plate this year. We got Davis Schneider, who's doing okay at the plate, but also he can play second base, so that's an option for us. Richie Guzman can only play first base, but it doesn't really help us because Luis just isn't. He's not going to play second base for us, I don't think. He could, but I don't know. It's a possibility. Vincent Koo, straight outfield kind of guy. Nolve Marte could play shortstop. He might see some action at shortstop if we bench Colson. Kind of just, play with the roster a little bit here in September, but he's not really, he's more of a hits lefties kind of guy. In terms of our pitching, it ain't been great. We all know that. It just hasn't been great. Freddie Peralta doing really good, though. Shane Baz woke up late in the season. Love to see that from him. Drew Thorpe kind of woke up as well. So our top three kind of, figured it out. Brandon Bello definitely, but we've seen this from before. Peaks and valleys with him. And then Hagen Smith, who was having a phenomenal year, has fallen off hard. Kyle Busch and Sean Burke are our only long relievers right now. We moved Iriarte to where he pitches less, basically. Gabe Spire is a bright spot within our bullpen, but he's in full-on regression at this point. Cam Boozer also in regression, but he's doing okay. Brian Ferreira, we'll see what he does. I may come to regret that decision, but tempted to kind of move him into more of a setup role. I feel like he might excel more there, even though his pitching clutch is pretty low. I think we're going to leave him where he's at for right now. Morietta, though, just a disappointing year from him, in my opinion. And then Clase, as we've talked about before, finally started pitching like Emmanuel Clase. So I think to start September here, I don't know. I kind of want to make some roster adjustments. We'll see what they do. Strongly playing with benching Colson Montgomery, but I also want to give him the opportunity to kind of wake up a little bit. So we might get a couple weeks into this. I haven't decided yet. And then again, so as we get into the action here, we're going to begin things with the rookie debut of Richie Guzman. And then we will go into Vincent Ku's rookie debut, and then we got us a nice little series against the Cleveland Guardians, I think, is what we're going to show afterwards. But Richie Guzman's first at-bat of his professional career.
That's a ball.
Looking to make a statement because, if he does good, there's a strong possibility that he'll make the playoff roster should we make the playoffs. And the same goes for Vincent Ku. But really, this is just about letting our rookies have their moment in the spotlight. Looks like Richie Guzman seeing the ball well. Pitch count is 1-2 now. And he's going to smash one to the outfield, and it's going to get down. So Richie Guzman has his first major league hit. It's going to be a single.
That's right.
Not something that he will soon forget. He is playing in right field for us today. Yeah, we're going to make sure we get that ball. We're going to save it for him. Big moment for the rookie. Back up to bat here in the bottom of the fifth. Richie Guzman looking to stay perfect on the day.
0-1's the count.
Only his second plate appearance, though. And again, I think he's really seeing the ball well. Great offensive player. We have concerns about his defensive capabilities, but I think that's something we can work on for sure.
Oh,
and the rookie is going to strike out there, but that's going to bring us to the bottom of the seventh for his third plate appearance of the day.
Hey!
As he sees that fastball go right by him. However, I can't fault him for making that choice. I probably would let the inside fastball go as well. And he's going to send one out to center field. He got some lift on it, but it doesn't carry far enough. And now in the bottom of the ninth, game on the line, the young rookie needs to show us some clutch here. We have a runner on first, 2 outs.
Come on, Richie.
See if he can drive the guy home. He smashes one to the right center gap. First pitch hit. And I believe this is going to be enough to bring home the runner. They make the throw out at home, but it matters not. Richie Guzman in his rookie debut is going to win the game for the White Sox. It's got to be a very big emotional moment for him. Especially just how many people do you see win their rookie debut that way? What a way to end it right there. Solid performance from Richie Guzman, but now we move on to Vincent Ku. Richie Guzman is in this game as well, as we're letting some guys get some rest, but today's is going to be all about Vincent Ku. Can he deliver a performance like Richie Guzman did? We're going to find out here. So far, he's made contact with everything thrown his way. Let's see if he can get the hit here on his first plate appearance, similar to his counterpart Guzman. Sending it foul quite a bit. 0-2 pitch coming. Down 3-0 right now.
Ball.
Good vision at the plate for the young Vincent Ku. Kyle Harrison loads up another one. And we're going to send this one to the outfield, but he's going to put a little too much air on it. And so Vincent Koo's first plate appearance will not be a hit, but now we have bases loaded, bottom of the fourth. Game is 3-2. 2 outs already. See if Vincent Koo can get himself not only his first hit as a major leaguer, but an RBI as well. Perfect opportunity to do that. He's looking to make some serious noise, as you see there. Got some good pop coming off the plate. Will he do it? It appears he just might. They stop it from going to the outfield, but it's going to be an RBI single for Vincent Koo. First major league hit. Probably not how he envisioned it, but I'm sure he'll take it. And his counterpart, Richie Guzman's going to come out and collect that ball for him, just like we did in the previous game for him. Bottom of the sixth, Vincent Koo back up to the plate. 3-3 ball game. 1 out so far. Runners on the corners. He watches the inside fastball go by. Trying to stay out of that double play territory. That's great vision and discipline at the plate. We could eat that first strike for sure. Next one though, he sends down the right field line. That's going to be an RBI, possibly 2, and it is. So he has a double 2 RBI hit. Very nice from the rookie Vincent Koo. Seeing the ball very well today. We get another look at that amazing 2-run double. And the White Sox would win 5-3. So both rookies in their debut deliver a win. And now we're going to move on to that Cleveland Guardians season as we both battle for dominance of the AL Central. We're going to pick things up here, bottom of the third. We did lose the first game in Sim. And Brent Rooker is going to lead off for us here as we pick up action. But he's going to fly out to left field, leaving runners on first and second. Next up is another power hitter of ours, Tyler O'Neill. We've seen great things from Tyler O'Neill, making a strong case for us to bring him back. He smashes one to left field. They're lining up for the steal. They can't get it, and it's a 3-run smash hit home run for Tyler O'Neill to give the White Sox the lead. Can't believe we get to see more heroics from Tyler O'Neill, probably one of our better signings. Him and Brent Rooker, it's hard to really say which one was the better pick. To finish out the third inning here is Alec Bregman, having a very disappointing season in my opinion. He's going to fly out real quick. Colson Montgomery up now. Needs to show us something to stay relevant in the playoffs. And he's going to strike out. Bring it into the third. Now we're going to move on to the top of the seventh. Bases loaded for the rookie reliever, Brian Ferreira. 2 outs, so he only needs 3 strikes or an out here.
No, that's down. Ball.
Our concerns with Brian Ferreira, though, he throws the ball really slow for my liking. Can't say I'm a big fan of that, but I mean, stats don't lie. He does really well.
1-1.
He had a 10-1 record in AAA, but I just don't know if that is going to translate to the majors. We'll see. He's had a pretty good September to this point. He's already got it down to a 1-2 pitch count, so he's 1 strike away from closing out the top of the 7th here, leaving the game well in the reach of the White Sox. But they're going to smash one down the left field line, and that's going to bring some runs home. Brian Ferreira can't seal the deal. Cleveland has a 6-3 lead now. Moving on to the next batter, and once again they make contact, send it to left field. Starting to think that Brian Ferrer just doesn't have what it takes to, close out an inning. 2-2 pitch here, similar situation. Runners on first and second, still top of the seventh. And gets him swinging on the high inside fastball. So Ferrer finally closes it out. And now it's in the bottom of the ninth. Vincent Koo sends one to left field. It's going to get down, so we now have a tying run sitting at first. Bottom of the ninth. Good work by the rookie Vincent Koo to get on base and extend this game. Luis Reyes is up next. Big opportunity for him to get us the tying lead because Vincent Koo has got some speed about him. Very sneaky, fast kind of guy.
Ball!
Oh, man.
1-0.
They're not going to throw to him. They're trying to throw to the inside. They don't want him to smash one. Luis Reyes is known for hitting doubles in this kind of scenario. He's 2 for 4 on the day. So he's probably been our best bit of offense. As you see there, they kind of respect that speed that Vincent Koo has. It's not beyond the realm of possibility for him to steal second and really set up a scoring position for us.
That's a ball.
Once again, they go with the inside pitch.
2-0.
Definitely trying to bait Luis Reyes, but out of all of our batters, he probably has the best, plate presence in my opinion. He's going to send it back to the pitcher, though, and unfortunately, the Guardians are going to win this game. Moving on to the next outing between the White Sox and the Guardians. Bottom of the sixth, Brady Montgomery up here, 4-4 game.
Yes.
Runners on first and
0-1.
second, and Brady Montgomery has had quite the incredible rookie year. Peaks and valleys, though. Not as consistent as Dave Prado, but a lot of promise in this young center fielder. He's got the ability to hit home runs, but he also has the ability to get on base and advance runners. He's just got to work on his presence at the plate. And what do you know? He's going to send one deep center field. Everyone knew what it was as soon as it left his bat. Braden Montgomery with a big home run to give us the lead here. It's going to make it 4-7. Now let's see if he's jump-started in the offense for us. There we go. Still in the bottom of the sixth. Similar situation. Runners first and second. And Luis Reyes now sends one to the right center gap. I was just talking about his ability to hit them doubles. That's going to make the lead 9-4. Big hit by Luis Reyes. Now Brent Rooker, another guy with some incredible power. He's going to send one down the left field line. Does he have the speed to make it to second? No,
Right there on the
he
tag.
does
Out.
not. That's very unfortunate. Not sure why he decided to go for second, but it wouldn't matter not, as the White Sox are going to definitely, easily take this one home. Big game for the White Sox. We are on to the postseason. And as you see here, the White Sox have made it. I was hoping we were going to get 90 wins, but unfortunately, we only get 87. And we did not win the division. We are going to be a wild card team, but I did like what I saw from the team. But now, I've got to figure out what our playoff roster is going to look like. First things first, though, we're going to go over some regular season awards. Dave Prado is going to win Rookie of the Year. No surprise there. He's had a very phenomenal year. And that would be our only award. We'll go through them real quick. Looks like Devers beat out Rooker for most valuable player. Juan Soto gets it in the NL. Cy Young is going to go to Skubal and Sasaki. Batting title is going to go to Rodriguez. Juan Soto. Reliever of the year is going to be Urquhart and Hernandez. Rookie of the year is obviously Dave Prado for the American League. Chase Prado gets it for the National League. Hank Aaron Award goes to Rafael Devers and Juan Soto. Golden Glove is going to go to Singer Blackburn. Golden Glove catcher Ethan Salas, our very own Ethan Salas, is going to get an award, and Alvarez will get it for the NL. First base, looks like Luis Reyes falls short. It's going to go to Pasquantino and Chaparro. Second base is going to be Jimenez and Terang, Garcia and Hayes for third base. Shortstop's going to go to Bobby Witt and Swanson. Left field's going to be Evan Carter and Chirrillo. Center field's also going to go to Julio Rodriguez and Michael Harris the second. Right field's going to be Colton Cowser and Corbin Carroll. Silver Slugger DH is our very own Brent Rooker and Shohei Ohtani. For catchers, it's going to be Contreras and Logan O'Hoppe. First base is going to be Pete Alonso and Jake Berger. Second base is Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Nico Horner. Third base is going to be Rafael Devers and Connor Norby. Shortstop's going to go to Bobby Witt Jr. and Ellie De La Cruz. Outfield, it's going to be Julio Rodriguez, Tiesco Hernandez, and Luis Robert Jr., who decided to, I guess, finally be good. He never really did anything for us. For the National League, it's going to be Ronald Acuna Jr., Corbin Carroll, and Juan Soto. So that is the awards for this season. Like I said, we had a really good year. We're going to be taking on Tampa Bay, and we're going to look at our playoff roster. So starting from the top here, we're going to go through this pretty quick. Obviously, our 5 starting pitchers. We're going to keep Peralta, Shane Baz, Brian Bello, Drew Thorpe, and Hagen Smith. Probably going to go with a 4-pitcher rotation here. Hagen Smith probably going to move over to a long relief role for the playoffs. In terms of relievers, we're going to keep Murrieta, Iriarte, and Gabe Spire, along with Kai Bush. Decided to keep the rookie Ferreira instead of going with Baroa here, and then Sean Burke and Cam Boozer. Closing pitcher is obviously going to be Emmanuel Clase. At catcher, we opted to go with Ethan Salas and Parada. Didn't feel the need to call Shane McGuire back up. First base is Luis Reyes. Second base, we're going to keep Bregman and Jawan Bay. Third base, we're going to keep Matt Shaw, but we're going to send Nolave Marte down in favor of one of our September call-ups. Shortstop, Colson Montgomery. Left field, it's going to be Tyler O'Neill, Dave Prado, and Davis Schneider. Vincent Koo did not do enough for me to keep him on the playoff roster, even though, he did decent, I guess, but not enough to merit staying on the playoff roster. Center field is going to be Braden Montgomery, Brent Rooker, obviously for DH purposes, and then Richie Guzman is going to stay on the playoff roster. Love what I saw from him in September. We're definitely going to keep him there. He's a little versatile for us. He can play outfield and he can play first base. And so that's going to be our playoff roster. And we were, right there on the cusp of winning the Central. It's unfortunate that we were not. The Guardians get it. We were 1 game away. If we could have just won the series with them in September instead of splitting, we definitely would have had the division win. But that's going to wrap up things for us here. When we come back next episode, we are going to be in playoffs, and not sure exactly how I want to do the playoffs yet. We may do full games for each playoff game, or might play around with the idea of kind of what we did in September, just set the critical situations pretty low, and then we'll come in and, try to get the series in one episode, basically. Try to move this series along, because I think once NCAA comes out, I don't know how much more of this series I'm going to do. But thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in next time to see what we do in the playoffs. And as always, go White Sox.